I don't know about you, but I love to dress up, like to the nines, I call it. And specifically, if I can get away with dressing with glitter, sparkles, oh, that's my happy place. And so the holidays are definitely my happy place because nobody thinks it's weird if you're wearing complete sequin dress, which I own. Yes, I do. I love the feel of dressing up and being glamorous, I guess is the word. With whatever clothes I have, I love to use them and enjoy wearing them. And that's on me. Like, I just love that. I don't really mind what anybody else has on. So if I'm the most overdressed person in the room, I'm okay with that because that's what I chose to wear. And I think it's important that we choose what we want to wear rather than worrying about what others are going to think. Now, don't get me wrong. In my youth, that's why I started going to counseling, is because I worried continuously about what other people thought, about what I wore, how I looked, my shoes, my hair, whatever it was. It was insane. I became obsessed with that idea of what other people think of me. And I went to counseling for the first time in university. And the man who I met with, Larry, and I never knew his last name until just recently, and this is many moons later, I'll just say that, lots of years later. But Larry taught me something that really changed my view. And he said, if you enter a room with 100 people, 10 will notice you at best. What? I'm sure every one of them noticed me. No, 10 will notice you, maybe. Could be less. That's the maximum it will be. And he said, and at the most, one will remember you. What? Well, later on in counseling, I do love counseling, by the way, another counselor taught me that people are not self-aware. As a matter of fact, very small percentage of the world is self-aware. And I think we've talked about that. And she made an example. So, well, let me tell you this. So I work hard on not worrying about what other people think. And when I'm rested and everything is going well, it's easy. When I'm not rested and things aren't going well, it's not easy. So one day at the gym, I'm on a string of, I call them Precor machines. They kind of mimic running. They're not treadmills, but they mimic running and without the impact of running. And you go up and over on them, like your legs go up and over. So it's a cool machine and I love it, right? And so I'm on there and really enjoying my workout. No one's around me. There's no one on any other machine and there's probably 15 machines. And I think I'm 3 in. And somebody, a guy, I don't know them, comes and gets on the machine right beside me. Oh, no. It completely threw me off because now I'll try to mimic his rhythm and I don't want to do that. And so I was annoyed. Why did he have to come and be next to me? And in a previous life, I would have just sat there and taken it and finished my workout, even though I was disgruntled and wanted to move like none other. But this time I decided I'm going to move. And I did. I got off the machine. I'd already spent, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes on it, but I thought I'm abandoning that and starting over. So I moved down a few and it took me a little bit of confidence, really yelling at myself, do it because you know this is going to bother you. So I did it and I finished my workout on the machine where no one was around me and felt so much better. So when I told my counselor about that, she said, I'm really proud of you for doing that because you wouldn't have done it before. And I said, I know, I was really proud of me too. And she said, well, the funny thing is, you think that guy noticed you. I said, yeah, I do. He was right next to me. She said, no, he didn't notice you. And as a matter of fact, even if you had murdered somebody that afternoon and they found out that he was next to you in the gym working out on a machine, they would have asked him, well, what about her? Can you describe her? You know, what was she doing? He wouldn't be able to because he didn't notice you. And I thought, are you kidding me? Like, I notice everything. But that's because I have anxiety, so I'm a little heightened awareness. So I'm super aware and I'm super self-aware because I have that heightened awareness. Well, other people don't. So we don't need to worry about what other people think about my outfit. Is this too splashy? Do you think it's weird? Who cares? Do I like it? So I call those am I questions, right? I get it back to me, back to the present moment, back to who I am. Am I happy with the clothes I have on? And it's either yes or no. Yes, I'm happy with the clothes I have on. So I strut out there like nobody's business because I'm happy with the clothes I have on. But if I don't ask myself that, I'm not being self-aware. I'm not paying attention to what I want. And I know that sounds selfish, but I'm not meaning for it to be selfish. I'm meaning for it to refocus on what our needs are so we can meet those so that we can be better prepared to meet other people's needs around us. That's the real trick, is I've got to have my vessel full in order to pour from it to help somebody else. And if you haven't noticed, I'm all about helping other people. I really want people to learn these mental tricks, I call them, or thinking skills for life, because they help. They help immensely. They help us be on top of our game, feel better, be happier, more content, and able to just be. Because we're happy with what's going on right now, right here for us. Now, I also pay attention to the needs of my friends, family, everything. I'm not saying that I don't, because I do. I want to be helpful, but first I need to be helpful for me, and I need to take care of my needs. So think about that. Are you taking care of your needs? Are you really focusing on who you are, what you want, what floats your boat, what makes you happy, what brings you joy? Are you? Well, if you're not, I challenge you to use those am I questions. You know, at work, I used to worry about what my boss thought of my work. Ooh, I wonder, and his name was David, and I would say, oh, I wonder if David liked what I did, you know. No, is Heather happy with her work? That's the first question. And heck yes, I am. I operate at the top of my game because I want to, because I feel good about that, because it brings me joy. I don't need to worry about what David thinks. I need to worry about what Heather thinks. So you need to worry about what you think and ask yourself, am I happy with that? Am I happy with how I look? Am I happy with what I'm working? Am I happy with the effort I'm putting out? Am I? And get it back to you in the present moment. Not future, not past, just right now, right here, today. So I hope that helped, because we need to be more in tune with who we are and what we're doing and become more self-aware so that we can feel what we're feeling, understand why we're feeling it, and understand what we need, because that's what makes the big emotional difference in our lives. So give it a shot. And please send me a word, some comment. Let me know how it's going. Let me know what's happening. All right. I will talk to you later. This one was kind of heavy, I know. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.